Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Mandy. How's everyone doing today? I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to jump on. I'm hanging out at the park with Tilly. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to jump on. I didn't post that I was going live or anything. But I'm just hanging out here relaxing, and it is so beautiful outside. And we're hanging out under this amazing tree. Hey, what's up, Carrie? How are you, sister? We're hanging out under this tree, and there's a squirrel. I'm not sure if you'll see it. It might come back out, but there's like a huge squirrel, and she was hanging out above us for a while. And I thought, oh my gosh, like, is this squirrel gonna jump down and pounce on us? Because she was like hanging out there and like twitching her tail and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna get us. Like, she's gonna jump on us, or she's gonna jump on Tilly. And then I realized, like, she went back on the other side of the tree. So I realized, you know, she must have like a nest, or, you know, have babies or something. And so I went back there, and of course on the back side of the tree there's like this huge like opening in the tree, and so clearly, you know, she probably has some babies in there. But that's really cool because squirrel is actually my spirit animal, which is really interesting. And I was sitting out here on the blanket. I guess I've been here for maybe like an hour or something already. And I was sitting out here and I was looking around. There was all these squirrels, and I was just listening to the birds chirp, and there was butterflies, and there's like some people here with like their kids, but not too much going on, which is nice. And then I saw the squirrel. I looked up in the tree and saw the squirrel like looking down at me, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so it was just like really neat to see. But anyway, I just want to jump in here really quick and chat with you guys. I appreciate everyone jumping on live. What's up, Mama? Hey, Rhonda, how are you, sister? So I'm going to just turn this around really fast, and I'm going to show you guys just this gorgeous view at the park. I mean, of course there's like cars and stuff driving by, but it's just really nice, like all the luscious green grass, and it's just such a beautiful day, and there's a breeze, and it's just so nice. So I think it's really important that we actually take time to tune out, to tune in. And for me, that's always in nature, and I think for most of us it probably really is. You know, maybe you guys choose to share below, like comment below your favorite place in nature that you choose to, you know, relax or invest time. Here is Miss Tilly. She's so pretty. She's always the star of the show. She's such a good girl. So we're hanging out here, and I brought her, let me turn this back around. I brought her water and all that, and we're just chilling out and hanging out at the park. So when you guys jump on, do me a favor, comment below, say hi. Tell me how you're feeling today, how you're doing. Happy Monday. I see a lot of you guys jumping on here now. David, Renee, how are you, Sid? So I just want to jump on really quick and chat. First of all, it's just an amazing day, and I think it's really important, once again, for people to actually invest their energy in every single day, you know, to get out in nature, and just to take time to tune out, to tune in. It's really, really important. I mean, obviously I'm laying on a blanket, but I'm earthing, or some people call it grounding. If you don't know about that, then just, you know, Google it. But that's really, really a great way to balance out your body. The electromagnetic frequency waves and the magnetic pull that the earth has on our body is really, really great. And they say even only like 30 seconds to a minute can actually strengthen your immune system and like start to balance your hormones. So it doesn't take a really long time. So I mean, walking barefoot in the grass, or walking by, you know, the lake or the beach, or, you know, just wherever you're at. But like, even if you're just out in your backyard, like, there's really no excuse. So I invite you guys to seriously do your best. Like, I mean, I do it quite often, to, you know, for longer periods of time. Like, I've been out here for probably like an hour already, and I'm sure I'll be out here even longer, because I'm listening to some audios, I'm investing some time in my business, I'm, you know, writing up some things for the new program that's launching. It actually started today. It's called How to Transform Your Money Story, and I'm actually going to be going live tonight in the groups. If you guys are interested, let me just go ahead and post that. I didn't even type it out, but I'm going to post the link to that now. Actually, I think I have it on my clipboard. I'm going to go ahead and post the link to that. If you guys are interested, you can still jump in, because I'll be doing the live video tonight for the very first teaching. And either way, you would be, I don't think that's the right one. Either way, you will still get access to the videos, because they're all recorded. So even if you're not able to like be on the live video tonight, or any of the other videos, either way, they're recorded. So you guys will still get the content. But I am starting that. It's called How to Transform Your Money Story. And I'm going to go ahead and post the link. I thought that I had it on my... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm trusting that's the link. See more. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this comment so you guys can check it out after we jump off this video. You know, feel free to click on it and see all the information. But in other words, it's called How to Transform Your Money Story. So the reason I'm talking on this video right now is I want to talk to you guys about, do you even have any idea that you can magnetize your mind to support you in attracting whatever it is you desire? And I'm like freaking living proof of this, you guys. If you've been following me and you follow my journey, you know how I manifested winning the Juice Fast Retreat in Bali, and just so many other things. Like, it would take the whole video for me to just talk about all the stuff that I've done, which is really just really incredible. And I'm so grateful to have learned learn these truths. And so now I get to support mainly women, but I support men as well. But I get to support people in understanding and realizing that, you know, we are powerful creators and we are powerful beings, and that we have the ability to create these amazing realities for ourselves. And so that's just what I'm super passionate about. And obviously, you know, like how I've transformed my life, I now support, like I said, mainly women, and empowering them to remember their truth and transforming their life to whatever it is that they absolutely desire. So if you're not aware that you can actually transform your mind to magnetize whatever it is that you attract, and especially if you require maybe some more support in the financial area, you may be interested in jumping in that program called How to Transform Your Money Story. So just click on the link. I already posted it in the comments and I pinned it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hello, how are you, sister? Rhonda says, yes, yesterday I did that for the first time in a long time and I enjoyed nature in the pond. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I acknowledge your commitment. I'm happy to hear that you took some time out. Hi, Liz. How are you, sister? Sid says, this is so very true. I go out and get a nature fix as often as possible. Yeah, I mean, I recommend doing it daily if you can. It's so important. And it really changes the trajectory of your day. Like, even if it's like first thing in the morning or however you choose to do it. I mean, I know when I get to a certain place, like even yesterday I posted about it. I said impromptu trip to the lake. So I went out to Lake Bryan. I mean, it was already probably like 7 o'clock or so. It was like 7:20. It was actually 7:22, which is one of my favorite numbers. 222, my angel number. So of course I remembered. But when I turned into the driveway at Lake Bryan, it was 7:22. So I didn't get to invest too much time out there before the sun started coming down. But either way, it was just the ability to, you know, drop the top of my car, drive out there to Lake Bryan, listen to some music, and just take some deep breaths. You know, obviously just the scenic route on the way there, and then getting there and being able to sit out by the water really does something for me. So I know when I get to this certain place, like I require doing it, and I don't allow myself to like question it any further. It's like, that's what I get to do, and that's what I'm going to go do. And so yesterday I felt really called to go and sit by some water. And so like I said, I went out to Lake Bryan and it was just gorgeous. And I got to experience the sun going down. I took some really pretty pictures of the sunset, which I didn't even post those. So I might require sharing those with you guys either way. But it's really a way to support ourselves in tuning back in, right? Like taking time. That's what I like to call it. You know, tune out to tune in, taking time to support yourself, and really just getting in touch with nature and doing your best to like clear your mind of whatever else it is possibly that you may have going on in your life. Whether it's like work stuff or family stuff or relationship stuff or finance stuff or whatever it is, but support yourself and really just taking time to just sit and be one with nature and listen. As they say, like praying is talking to God, meditation is listening to God. So some of the ways to actually magnetize your mind to attract whatever it is that you desire, anything, honestly, anything, because we get to remember that all these experiences that we have in our life, they're not real until we invest our energy into them. In other words, until we notice them, they're not really real. So there could be so many things that are going on around you and you may not even notice those things. Like two people could be together, and like, let's say right now, two people like me, and say someone was here with me and we were at the park, and we might be looking all around, and I might be noticing certain things and they might be noticing certain things. And then after we leave the park, it's like, oh, did you see so-and-so, or did you notice so-and-so? And then if the person says, yeah, I did, or no, I didn't, a lot of times we get to remember that we see our world through our lenses. Usually it has to do with our own, personal experiences and the things that we've been through in the past, and also too our perceptions, because your perception is what determines your reality. So wherever you're at, you know, in your mindset, like what are you choosing to see? Just like a lot of times if you have a discussion with certain people, they view our world as being a fearful world, like a dangerous world, a scary world. Like, how do you travel by yourself? I can't believe you went overseas and you traveled for 7 months, and you know, you better be safe, and like all these different things. Well, if someone has a fear-based mindset, then that's clearly what they're going to see. And then honestly, guys, that's exactly what they're going to attract. That's why we get to be very conscious of being conscious, and we get to think about what we're thinking about and support ourselves in focusing only on the things that we absolutely desire to see and to experience and to show up in our life, right? Like whatever those things are. I'm actually wearing my Australia hat right now too. I got this at the airport in Australia, so that's pretty cool. So shout out to my soul sister, Dana Plant Williams. Let me see. Sid says, oh, I like that. I need to transform my money story. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I put the link here. It's called How to Transform Your Money Story. It's www.nannyfumble.com/How to Transform Your Money Story. It has all the info about what I'll be talking about. There's 4 live teachings in the closed Facebook group. You'll get a recording of all the videos, or get recordings of all the videos as well. So even if you can't be in there live to catch all the videos, it's okay. You'll still get the information, as well as a a workbook that's going to have the notes to everything that I talk about. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of amazing things and audios and stuff that I've used to support me in transforming my mindset, specifically around money, but just my life in general, like how I've transformed my life. Took antidepressants for 16 years, been off of those for 6 years. I used to drink a shit ton of alcohol. That's how I would like escape my reality. And I haven't drank alcohol in over 2 years. You know, just all the things I've done. Created a lucrative online business like I said said I was going to travel the world, and I created that as well. And just so much epic shit that like I said, it would take like the whole video to talk about these things. So if you guys have been following me, you know, because I share all this stuff quite often. Also too, I want to mention that my mom and I stepped out for a bit on Saturday night. It was Cinco de Mayo, so my mom was choosing to go have herself a cold beer in a mug on the patio. So we went out, and I had so many synchronicities. Like, it is amazing. And honestly, guys, synchronicities, I believe, is the way that God, source, creator, universe, use whatever word works for you. Insert that word. You know, I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I say God, but I believe, or sometimes I say universe. I kind of use them interchangeably. But in other words, when you have a lot of synchronicities in your life, like say you're thinking about a person and they show up, or like so many synchronicities happened on Saturday night. It was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna say it's unreal, because of course it's real, and I created it. Like, that's what I get to remember, is that we magnetize and attract things with our mind. So whether you're focusing on something positive or something negative, get ready, because that shit is coming. So if you have, you know, a tendency to have a really negative mindset and to be pessimistic, which I was in the past, I mean, clearly anybody who has challenges with depression is someone who's living in the past, right? And we can choose to overcome that and choose to overcome our story. Like, I mean, my story for a long time was I had an abusive stepdad. My real dad was really never around. I didn't really have a relationship with them, and all this shit happened. Like, my cousin, unfortunately, was taken way too soon when I was around 13 years old, you know, in a very brutal way, and it was very traumatic for me. So there was like so much shit. So for a long time, like, my reasons or excuses for my life or being a certain kind of way or thinking a certain kind of way was all about my past and all about my story. And I actually posted about that the other day. Like, are you going to be committed more to creating your amazing future, or are you going to be, you know, committed to your story? Okay. And there's one thing to be said about acknowledging your story. Yes, you don't have to forget your story. It was your story and it happened. So you can acknowledge it, but you don't have to commit to it. You get to commit to creating your epic future, and that starts by living in the powerful moment of now. That's really where all of our power lies, is living in the powerful moment of now, and having our attitude of gratitude and feeling appreciation for our life and everything that we've been through. I also personally believe, and I was having this discussion with Mom on Saturday night, that we actually agreed to come down here to live on this world or planet to be who we are. And so if you think about it, like, I always kind of picture myself waving as a little spirit or soul and being like, okay, I'm ready, I'll go now. And that I chose to come here to live on this earth, to be Mandy, to live in this body, and to be Mandy, to be born to my mom, and to have my stepdad, and have the experience that I've had. And so when you think about it like that, and honestly, do whatever works for you, but there's a lot of spiritual teachers that teach us as well. And so clearly, I don't believe everything everybody else says. I go within, and I recommend that you guys do the same. And if something resonates with you, then that means that, you know, that's good, and that clearly maybe that's something that maybe you choose to feel into a little bit more and see if it's something that's aligned for you and that you believe. But like I said, I don't just believe everything everybody else says. I tune into it and I feel into it. And so I remember hearing that at one point and thinking to myself, wow, like, that sounds really, really powerful. And I do believe that I am that powerful, and I do believe that we are spirits and souls here having a human physical experience. And so if I actually said, yeah, I'm ready, and I'm, you know, I'm Mandy, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to fucking nail it, and I'm going to go overcome all of those things, because I do believe in reincarnation, and I believe that we're spirits or souls here having a human physical experience, and that, you know, many, many lives before that potentially we've lived, who knows how many. I've actually done some past life regression. Apparently I've only lived 5 lives, and the person that was supporting me at the time was like, holy shit, you go hard, don't you? And I was like, I guess. So in other words, I've only lived 5 lives prior to this, but in other words, this is what I believe. You guys feel free to choose and believe whatever you know, choose and resonates with you. But I personally believe that, you know, we come here to like learn these lessons and overcome these lessons, right? And if we don't, then those lessons continue to show up, and they'll even continue to show up here in our physical existence right now. So if you find yourself in situations and you keep having maybe the same experiences over and over and over again, and like I say, it's different places, different faces. So it might be a different guy or a different girl. It might be a different place. But if you find a very underlying common theme about some things that you're going through, it's because you are simply attracting it and creating it, for one, with your subconscious mind or your internal program. But it's also a lesson that you get to learn. And if you haven't learned from it, then guess what? It's going to keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up until you actually learn your lesson from it. So many of you guys are jumping on. I appreciate you so much. How's it going today? Feel free to comment below and say hi. Happy Monday. Donna says you look beautiful. That's so sweet. I receive it. Thank you so much, gorgeous. Rhonda says the synchronicities have been happening all the time. Crazy fun. Yeah, it's absolutely fun. It's epic. It's amazing. And when you start understanding, and a lot of you ladies that have followed me for a long time, you've done my programs or whatever, you've allowed me to support you, and I'm so grateful and blessed and honored to be able to do that. And like Rhonda, you're one of them, Donna as well, that you guys have fucking seen, right? How you start transforming what you're focusing on, and you start transforming your mindset, and then all of a sudden, like, all these miracles start happening and appearing. Like, that's how fun and easy it gets to be. And that's how I live my life. Like, I literally live my life like that right now. If I wanted to get up and jump on a plane and fly to Brazil or fly to Mexico or fly back over to Bali or whatever, like, I can do that. Why? Because I have supported myself in doing what's necessary with the mindset work to create what I have in my life right now. And this is what I teach, because it's all about investing your energy to support yourself and transforming your subconscious mind, changing your internal program to actually create what it is in your life that you actually desire, and not to be a victim of your circumstances, and not to just be sitting here, you know, in this 3D world thinking that, you know, life's happening to me. We get to remember that, first of all, we create everything. We are creating everything in our life. We are creating our reality. We create our own reality. You guys see me post about it all the time. We create everything ourselves, for one. And for two, I personally believe that we create everything for us. It's always for us. Life doesn't happen to us. It happens for us. So we're creating it for us. We're creating it, honestly, to support us in the greatest growth and expansion of our soul, and to serve us. So it's created by us. It's created for us. And so when there's some shit going on in your life, guess what, my friends? You get to remember that you created it. So it's like, well, what's going on that's causing you to create it? If it's something that's less than desirable, like, where are you in your mindset that's causing you to create and attract that? Let me just give an example, okay? Say if you're, let's say, a guy, and you keep attracting the same type of females that maybe are untrustworthy, or maybe they're gold diggers. I choose to know. I'm just using some kind of example. Or it could go the other way, right? It could be a lady, and she's having challenges in her, you know, relationship with men. And if you keep attracting potentially this same kind of partner, like I said, different places, different faces, then for one, you get to remember what, for one, this is a big slap in the face. We mirror what we attract, honestly. So whatever you're attracting, it's honestly a mirror of you. Everyone is always a mirror or a reflection of you. These are some really powerful truths that I'm dropping right now. I guess this grounding or earthing's been doing me some good, because I've been sitting out for like an hour, and I'm so feeling the flow. Like, I wasn't even going to go live right now. I was like, no, I'm going to just sit out here and relax. And then I was like, no. And I kind of wrestled back and forth. And then my higher self was like, yes, you're going to go live. And yes, you're going to do it right now. And yes, grab your phone. And yes, do a video. And then I looked and I was like, oh shit, I do have all the bars, because I'd been having some challenges recently with the whole phone situation or another. And anyway, so I'm on here live, and I just appreciate you guys for being on here with me as well. But once again, we actually mirror what we attract. Everything's always a reflection of us. We can see so much about ourselves in our relationships with other people, and these people are our growth partners. Like, we've attracted these people into our lives for a reason. And so if you don't like something about somebody, it's really something inside of yourself that you don't like, or it's a part of yourself that you haven't loved, or that you get to love a little bit more. Or potentially it's something that you're seeing in someone else, and maybe you're feeling jealousy because you're like, wow, look at her, she's traveling the world, and she's got an online business, and she's doing all these things, and whatever it is, right? So if you're having these judgments against other people, a lot of times it's because that's really what's here for you as well. You're here to create an epic online business. You're here to travel the world. You're here to do all these things. So if you see something in someone else, and I appreciate the love that you guys are giving me right now. I choose to know who that is, because I don't recognize that profile meme. So feel my love. I appreciate you. So in other words, like, we just get to remember there's no reason to be triggered. Well, people get triggered very easily, but there's really no reason to be triggered. And if you get triggered, there's always a message, or there's something to learn from that, right? We get to lean into it and get to see what the message is. But we also get to remember that, you know, if we see something in someone else, potentially we're feeling jealousy, or there's something in there that resonates with us, that we get to remember, it's simply because that's what we're here for as well, right? We get to create it. If you really, really understood and knew how much you're the creator of your own reality, which is exactly why I came here to the park, put this blanket under the tree, brought the dog, you know, I'm hanging out here relaxing, is because I knew that I required stepping away from all the stuff that had my mind going in so many directions for so many reasons, and that I required to take a break. Like, we all get to do that for ourselves, and it's really, really important. And so now here I am, and I feel amazing. It really energizes me. Hey, what's up, Larry, Sarah Mendez? Love this, my friend. I appreciate you. Sid says, I'm claiming my epic future right now. Absolutely. I mean, it's all about claiming it, stepping fully into your power, reclaiming authority over your life, understanding that you're the one who creates your reality. No one else is creating anything for you. No one can fucking think your thoughts. So if no one can think for you, then how can anyone else create your reality? Like, it's solely up to you, and it's solely your responsibility. And so if you're, you know, like, playing the victim, and you have the victim mindset, and you're, you know, all about your story from the past, you get to ask yourself right now, how I'm behaving and how I'm thinking and what I'm speaking. Am I a victim of my past? Am I actually committed to my story? Am I committed to my past? Or am I committed to my present moment of now, which is where all the power lies? And am I committed to creating my epic, amazing reality, my future? Because if you're focusing on what you desire, and of course, there's other things that you get to do to transform your mindset. I mean, if it was just as easy as thinking about it all the time, which that is part of it, but that's also very surface level. There's a lot more shit that gets to be done in terms of, you know, uprooting all of these things and supporting yourself in upgrading your consciousness, let's just say. But it is for sure about thoughts. It's also about what you speak. It's about what you say. Obviously, speak, think, and feel. Think of yourself as a magnet, right? So it's like whatever you're putting out there is what you're attracting back to you. So if you're this huge magnet, you know, clothed or whatever with hair, I'm being funny now, but in other words, if you visualize yourself as just being this huge magnet, like you're going to be attracting whatever it is that you're thinking, speaking, and feeling, then, you know, think about that. What are you thinking, speaking, and feeling? That's really important. And like I said, like this is kind of the surface level, which is obviously something I'll be teaching in my program that starts tonight. If you guys are still interested, once again, how to transform your money story. I don't think anybody would say no to attracting more money, right? And honestly, money is energy. Money is just currency. And when you actually transform your energy around money, that's how you release the resistance, and that's how you attract more money into your life. It really is that simple. And a lot of times people, because of their stories from their past, from their childhood, because of what their parents believed about money, what they were told about money, like money doesn't grow on trees, and you know, whatever your past was. I mean, we had to put shit on layaway, so what? We didn't have a ton of money. Like I remember going through that stuff like in my childhood or whatever, and like, you know, thinking that there was never enough, and like I really wanted, you know, these latest greatest, you know, shoes or jeans or whatever they were. And my mom's saying, well, we just can't do that right now. Like, we're going to put it on layaway. And so, you know, when you're a kid and you don't have the intellectual capacity to understand a lot of these things, then chances are you grow up with this idea that money is hard to come by, that, you know, hard work equals money, that there's never enough money. And then you have this, you know, thought that I never have enough money. None of my friends ever have enough money. And everybody's, you know, always broke or whatever. So if you have these repetitive stories, that's what we get to do, is we get to dig deep, figure out what your story is around, you know, money specifically about this program I'm talking about now, but this works with anything, honestly. But figure out what your specific story is and dig deep and figure out like what we can do to transform this shit. And so I'm just going to give you some tips. Like, I'm here to support as many people as I possibly can, which is why I do all these live videos as well. But of course, you know, I love to do programs and I love to support people who are really interested in investing in themselves. They even say how much you pay is how much you'll pay attention. And I honestly think that this program, it's only 111 or 2 payments of 63, which is a fucking steal. Like, imagine if you were to learn something that could transform the rest of your life around money. And I talked about this in some of my other videos. If you're one of those people that think that you're only going to make this amount of money because this is how much money you get paid every 2 weeks or whatever, believe me, there are so many more avenues and doorways for money to come into your life that right there already is a very limited belief, that you would think that, you know, you can't ever make any more money because this is how much you make every 2 weeks, or maybe you're on salary and you're like, well, this is just how much I make. No, there's so many more avenues that you can be blessed from God, Source, Creator, Universe on how to receive money, or anything we could consider as abundance, right? More love, more joy, health, all these things. It doesn't always have to be about money, but this particular program is. And we just get to remember that so many times we have these limited beliefs and we have these mindsets around things. And that's actually what's creating our reality. So what's up, Day Jesus? I trust you had an awesome birthday if you're still on here. Says, facts, I believe that as well. You have to learn the lesson before the test stop. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. In terms of lessons, that is absolutely correct. Donna says, I'm thinking of going to Cali, just going. Oh, we'll do it, girlfriend. Already talked to my friends and they said, come on, we'll go for it. If that's what resonates with you, that's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you, sister. Hey, what's up, Nydia? How are you? I see a lot of y'all that jumped on. Will you do a class on how to manifest your reality? Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you for bringing that up, because I was actually feeling into that last night about a brand new program, which is even the title of this video, like Magnetize Your Mind to Attract What You Desire. And that was coming to me last night. I couldn't sleep. Like, I had so much going on, and I was just so enthusiastic, obviously, like knowing these truths and knowing that I'm fixing to support, you know, people on this program that we're starting tonight about how to transform your mindset to attract more money into your life. Seriously. So check out the comment that I posted below. And then of course I pinned the comment so you guys can check it out. But it's www.mandyfonville.com/how to transform your money story. And yes, I appreciate your confirmation, sister, because I was like, man, like, I love so much to teach this stuff, because this is exactly what I did for myself. And clearly, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but why would you want to follow a teacher who hasn't done something for themselves? So, you know, me being where I was and where I am now and having created my reality, like, clearly I'm really passionate about these things, right? To like teach these truths to people. So I am going to be creating a program around that probably fairly soon, maybe within the next week or two. I choose to know. I also have my VIP event. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that now as well. Some of you are on here right now that are in the bride Bryan College Station area, or at least you're close. And you don't even have to be. I have 2 ladies that are actually flying in from out of state. So it's called Women Unleashed, and it's here in Bryan College Station on Saturday, May 19th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. It's a whole day event, and it's going to go into the evening for everyone who chooses to stay later, but it's going to be fucking epic. I've already had a lot of people register for it, but it is a small numbers event. So you guys, if you're interested, you definitely want to get registered. I'm probably going to cut the registration off deadline this Friday. So definitely send me a private Facebook message or comment below this video if it's something you'd be interested in. Like I said, it's a small numbers event, and once it fills up, I just can't accept any more people. Like, the meeting room is only a certain size, but we're going to have a catered lunch. I'm going to be dropping the truth bombs. I'm going to teach you guys some tools and techniques. I'm going to invest time working with each one of y'all individually as well, and it's just going to be a great time all around. So it's called Women Unleashed. If you guys are interested, comment below this video or send me a private message and I'll give you more details about it. Says, I have been just receiving money and gifts for the past 3 days. It's so surreal. I have to get with you on a personal trainer level. Yeah, well, I do that too. So I have my 21-day transformation challenge. I have my 4-week fast track transformation program. I have a lot of stuff to support people. So let me know what you require support on. Just send me a private message or comment below here, and we can talk about what's the best fit for you. So once again, you guys, give me some thumbs up and some hearts. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm like so fired up right now because I just love to teach and preach, and this is what I do. Let me show y'all one more time this cool view of the park for anybody who maybe just jumped on now. It's just so beautiful, and I just love the green grass and the trees. And Tilly and I, here's Tilly, by the way. Tilly, hi mama. Oh, you're so pretty. She's such a good girl. So yeah, we're just hanging out here right now, and absolutely grateful for everything that I have created in my life. And honestly, guys, it just takes you transforming your mindset. It takes you doing some certain things and being very committed and very dedicated on a daily basis. It can't be something that you just do when you feel like it, because that shit don't work. It really gets to be something that you're committed to, that you're committed to feeling your feelings around. You're committed to digging deep and figuring out potentially like what your stories are around certain things, and allowing yourself really to feel whatever it is that maybe you've never really felt before, that you didn't even really know existed. Because once again, you know, our internal program, which is our subconscious mind, is actually developed when we're very, very young. They even say that we're imprinted upon when we're in our mother's womb. And in fact, I just did some emotional release therapy work with my naturopath on Friday, and I had something that had been imprinted in me when I was in my 3rd trimester in my mother's womb. And I was like, wow. And of course, it's just really incredible to like learn these truths. So we do the things that we get to do to support, you know, I did obviously to support me in releasing these things and letting them go. And yeah, it's just incredible. I'm like, wow, 3rd trimester. And so, you know, like I said, they say that from between the ages of like 0 to 7 is when, you know, we're just absorbing all this information. We're like little video cameras on legs. And so we video everything. We actually do. We internalize it all, right? And we're storing it in our subconscious mind. And that is what actually creates our reality. So your subconscious mind is your internal program. And so whatever you have going on in your life right now, it's a result of your subconscious mind, right? And we have a conscious mind that allows us to focus on things. They say our conscious mind can actually hold about 7 bits of information, but we actually have like over, I think it's 600,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are negative. And most of those thoughts are thoughts that we had yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. Like most of them are negative and most of them are repetitive. Like most of them are thoughts that we continuously have, which is why we continuously have, you know, because we have these certain beliefs, right? So if we have these beliefs, we're going to have thoughts around it. And then that's why we potentially would continue to create the same things over and over and over in our life until we actually learn our lessons from them, and then we don't create those things anymore. Oh crap, a bee just landed on my hand. Wow, that was interesting. Oh my gosh, a bee just landed on my hand. And whenever I jerk the phone away, I somehow turn the freaking camera around. But a bee actually is really, that's really interesting, the spirit, what the conscious meaning of a bee would mean, like the spiritual meaning. So that's really interesting. And it just landed like on my hand that I'm holding the phone with. Ha! But in other words, what I was saying was is that we'll continue to track these lessons until we actually learn from them. That's one thing that we get to remember, as well as the fact that if we have these internal beliefs, then we're going to have thoughts that are going to be in alignment with these beliefs. And then if you believe that, like example, because my program starts tonight, if you believe that money's hard to come by, that hard work equals money, that there's never enough, you know, if you have a scarcity, lack, fearful mentality around money, and that's what your subconscious mind is programmed to, it doesn't matter what you keep thinking about. You can say your affirmations all day long. I am worthy to receive. I am abundant. I am prosperous. Oh, there goes a huge butterfly. Butterfly means transformation spiritually, by the way. And bees have a couple different meanings, and I choose to remember exactly what they are. I'm definitely going to look it back up. But it's something about like superiority and like leadership and things like that. But yeah. So we just get to remember, though, if we don't support ourselves and transform our subconscious mind, and so maybe you've had certain things play out over your life for a really long time, and now you're really interested in getting down deep and getting to work and figuring out what these things are and where do they come from, send me a private Facebook message. And if you're interested in learning how to transform your money story and how to attract more abundance into your life, check out my website and let me know. Sign up now, because we're starting tonight with the live video, with the live teachings, and there's going to be 4 of them, so Monday through Thursday this week. And like I said, even if you're not on there live, it's okay, because I'm going to record everything. You're going to get the workbook. I'm going to be sharing all kinds of audios. I'm going to be sharing tools and techniques that I use and still use on a daily basis that have supported me in transforming my epic reality. I'm going to talk more specifically about my money story as well, and I'm just super enthusiastic about that. So I was going to say, or what I was talking about before the bee landed on me, was that, you know, we have these thoughts, and yes, it is really important that we remain conscious, and we're conscious of being conscious, and we honestly, that we think about what we're thinking about. Like, that's really, really important. And at the same time, we also get to do what it takes on a daily basis and be committed to transforming our internal program, or in other words, things more than likely will not change. Because obviously, if you're just trying to use your conscious mind, which is what I did when I first learned about consciousness, I like stressed myself out because I'm such type A personality, and I was so invested and focused on like doing my best to like think about what I desired and to create it and to create it, which is great. But like I said, that's also very surface level. And if you're investing a lot of energy in that, but you're not doing the deeper internal work is what it really requires, then chances are you're going to still continue to stay in the same place. You might have a little bit of a blip of an up, and then you might sink back down again, and maybe a little bit more of an up and sink back down again. But in other words, the way to actually feel good, like almost 99.9% of the time, like I can't say I feel good all the time, because there's some days when I don't feel, I don't wake up just feeling 100%, you know, but I will, or cancel on but, and I support myself in creating whatever it is I require creating, right? Changing my mindset, putting on some meditation audios like I'm doing right now, get out in nature, do some earthing, do some grounding, pray, journal is really, really key as well. Like, there's so many things that we can do to support ourselves. But we just get to remember that if we're constantly in a place of, you know, that fight or flight, and we're thinking that it's just like about our thoughts and how we're gonna just, you know, muster through certain things by the way that we're thinking about things, that's great, yes, but we also require learning certain specific tools and techniques like meditation, visualization, mindset techniques. Conscious language is key. Learning about sacred body language, like what is your body telling you when you're having certain, you know, pains and, you know, itches and aches and things like that as well, because our body does communicate with us. Oh, look at Tilly. Our body does communicate with us. Our subconscious mind actually communicates with us through our body. So that's also another one. Focus wheels is great. Vision boards. I'm just sharing with you guys some of the things that can work, but honestly, like in my programs, I get way more in depth with these things, and I share more specifically about, you know, like what I actually use and how I actually do it, and just being committed. Oh, what's up, Chemo? How are you? So anyways, you guys, feel my love and appreciation for you. I'm just super enthusiastic once again to share my gifts and my truth and my wisdom around all of these things. And my program, How to Transform Your Money Story, it actually starts today, but I'm not doing the live teaching until tonight. In the group, everything's recorded, and all the information is here in the comments. If you check it out, How to Transform Your Money Story, go to www.magnifonville.com/How to Transform Your Money Story, or just click on the comment here that I pinned. Feel free to comment below this video. Send me a private Facebook message if you choose. If you have any, you know, more specific questions, feel free to share this video if you choose, if you want to share it with other people. Now Tilly's getting all excited. She must be ready to go. She hears me talking. She probably, she feels my energy. Like animals and babies, big time, you know, we're all energetic beings, but they don't have the bullshit human mind that we have, right? They're not constantly thinking about all kinds of other stuff. They're just, you know, animals. It's so cool. When, like that little meme, you guys have probably seen it, where there's like the human and then there's the dog. I think he's like walking his dog. And so in the meme, there's like a bubble over the human's head, and there's like all these like images of like what the human's thinking about, and then there's the dog, and I think there's like 2 or 3 things. It's like a chicken bone, and I choose to remember. If anybody knows or has that meme, feel free to post it below in the thread. What's up, Chemo? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, it's just really important. Like I said, babies and animals are really connected to energy. That's why anytime I see a baby, like the baby just lights up, and they stare and they look or whatever. It's really cool. And of course, animals love me. I attract all the animals. And yeah, anyways, so feel my love and appreciation for you guys. Thank you so much for being on the live video, and look forward to connecting with you guys soon. Have an amazing Monday. Remember, consciousness is king, and that energy is everything, you guys. So support yourself in transforming your internal program and your subconscious mind, so that you can magnetize your mind to create in your life everything that you desire. All right, I'll chat with you guys soon. Feel my love. Bye, guys. Mwah. Say bye, Tilly. Maybe she will say bye. Say bye-bye. All right, bye, guys.